Okay. Clicking some things here. Professional as always. Okay, welcome everybody. So, I think it's all working. Oh no, Rachel, I thought she was frozen for a second then, but she isn't. She is just moving very slowly. Okay, welcome everybody. We have the four of us tonight. The four of us from WargamerOnline. So it's Michelangelo. We have Dave. You know Dave from the Xbox. He's messaging me on Facebook now, just as we go live. How do I turn that off? Turn off chat. Thanks, David. We've got Phil.
Hello.
Who has been away for a long time and is recovering slowly but surely. And you're looking a lot better.
Surely. I am feeling a bit better.
That's good. And we'll probably try and keep this to about an hour. We're going to do our best to do an hour-long show. We shall see. And we have Rachel, of course, and myself.
Hey.
I don't know why Rachel and me are together. That's like how I introduce us now as well. Rachel and me. And you've been busy working, haven't you?
I certainly have.
Not had time for any hobby.
Not as much as I'd like.
It's definitely got some lag issues today. I'm not sure why.
I think we have.
Have you got it as well?
Don't worry about it. That's just got a little bit of lag between you and Rachel and Mike, sort of thing, and I'm assuming that must mean there's some lag between me, but that's not.
Well, I had it to start with as well. I just assumed that Sam had said that I was in the chat when I said low earlier.
Mike is in the chat. There's definitely a delay.
Never mind, we can make it work.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know why there's issues, because we sit on Hangouts for most of the day, and then as soon as we press the live button, everything crumbles, and the connection just goes horrendous. Let me close this down. Let me see if that works. Close everything down. Anyway, let's see who is in the chat. If it will even work. Now, the pre-show party. I don't even know who was here first. Kaya, I think, was one of the earliest, so you'll have to let us know who was the first in. We have one Spaz11, and that's the top of the chat. There's definitely been more. Surreal was there earlier. Patrick Metzger is there. Welcome, Patrick. We have Squeak the Storm Vermin. Scott Beale. Welcome, Scott. Furious George. Asking, how are you feeling, Phil?
On the mend, thank you. On the mend. I had a bad day today, but I'm feeling a little bit better today, and I've just taken my painkillers, so I'm on a rock and roll now, so we'll be good.
Bet you're feeling smashing right now.
I'm just hoping I'm going to behave myself, that's all.
Typhus.
I know.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll deal with it. It's lagging anyway. We probably won't even connect. Typhus the Wanderer. We have Typhus in. Kablams. Welcome, Kablam. Stalker 40k. Rick Vaz. Graham Rigg. Fellhate. Andrew Facey. When is the Craft Worlds Codex coming? You're excited for that, aren't you, Phil? And Mike, actually.
Oh, right. I've got a feeling we're going to be about the middle of the pile, I think is probably a fair assessment.
Squeak
I
the Storm
imagine we'll
Vermin.
be too far down, but, you know.
No. Squeak the Storm Vermin saying, I'm a Skaven player and I'm getting pet rats in the next few days. I am obsessed. Yeah. Am I obsessed yet? Yes. Elsa Nation, welcome Elsa Nation. Stephen Leggett, Sean Dewitt, Horny Morny, Surreal, Death to the GW Empire. Nice. Jim Wilson. We have Big McDanskull saying bath time. Watching the live show in the bath. Nothing better than that. Neil Molden, Akaya, Tim Lawrence, Dance Macabre. Finally remembered you switched to a Tuesday. Yeah, we're trying the Tuesdays out. We'll see how it goes. But for now, Tuesdays works better. Ashley Perkins. Phil, I didn't know you modelled for games. I wonder what game that was for.
Do you reckon it was that ogre?
Oh, yeah.
Could it be the ogre? Is it a dwarf comment? Because there was a dwarf comment on the Facebook page, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Someone
that's true.
said I look like an angry dwarf, I think.
But you're never angry, that's the thing. You just look like a dwarf. You look like a tall dwarf. You look like a dwarf from The Hobbit. You know where they're humans.
Oh, angry dwarf.
We have Squeak the Storm Vermin saying, "Rest in peace, magic, never forgotten." Mike, if you are still there, just turn your webcam off because that normally fixes it.
What, have you been speaking to me or something and I've not been able to hear you?
Yeah. I can hear us now, but before I was saying, Mike is here, and you just stayed quiet.
What, are you on right at the start? Because when you said that, I said hello.
No, I said it
You
again.
since Mike, don't worry.
Oh,
Don't worry, Mike.
I didn't hear it.
Just go back to sleep.
I think the lag's gone, actually. That
Yeah,
sounded
I
much
think
better.
we're alright.
Okay. Technical issues are one side then.
Liam Badley, I'm here for the start. Squeak the Storm Vermin was here quite early, but Furious George was here very early. Okay. Neil Malden saying hospital painkillers are the best. Ryan Benfield's here. Vaughan Killian, welcome. Saying, is that a Phil I see? Check the Facebook page. There's Ashley Perkins. Check it for
Oh,
what?
God.
I don't want to check it now, otherwise I'll never.
I think somewhere in the chat I saw a happy 6-month birthday.
Oh, I didn't see that. Red Cuffs as well. So yeah, I mean, today marks the day. Well, not the day, because tomorrow is actually 6 months, I think, on YouTube. But 6 months on YouTube already. It's actually flown by. I thought it'd be, coming up to a year, but it's actually only been 6 months. Feels like an eternity.
It's mental.
Um,
It has gone really quick, hasn't it? It's gone really quick. I suppose it helps that I've probably only been around for 5 of them. So.
No, it's just gone really quickly. You slept through 1 month of it and through all your pain, basically. It's a completely that must have lasted longer than a year. Hey everyone, to celebrate 6 months, let's peer pressure Sam to get a tattoo of WG on his left buttock.
You know what? I think we should do that. We should all go out
Yeah.
Get prepared for it and then go down the tattoo parlour and get them done.
Like Starship Troopers. We all go together and get a tag. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just before it all goes terribly wrong.
Ryan Benfield saying 6 months, 6,000 subs. Yes, that is. I think we're on 6,000. How much are we on now? I'm clicking on stuff and I don't even know what I'm clicking off. 6 months in.
6,129 I've got.
Okay, that's awesome. So over 1,000 a month at the moment, which is pretty good. Furious George, I think this is the longest relationship I've been in. And Squeak saying, yes, Sam, do the tattoo. I read that in a Skaven voice in my head. Jim Wilson, I'll happily donate money for the tattoo. There's no way I'm getting one by myself. If I'm getting a tattoo, all of us are getting a tattoo. Scott Beale saying, okay, where's the show? Anyway, let's have a look at... Yeah, go on. You do. We'll have a look at some analytics because you've got them loaded up, haven't you? We'll just go through a few of them.
Yeah, I have. I've got some 6 month stats. We've had, I don't know whether to build up. Okay, 6,129 subscribers. We've had 25,000 comments, which I'm pretty certain, Sam, you've replied to every single one of those.
A lot, yeah. So half of those are me.
10,000 likes and 278 dislikes. So that's not too bad, is it? And we know that 278 dislikes was pretty much predominantly one person, I think.
No, I think there was definitely a few.
We don't know who it was, but we're pretty for certain. We've had, this is the incredible stuff now, 350,000 views, which is just hard to bend your head around, isn't it? And then this is the big number. You're ready for this? 3.7 million minutes of watch time.
Wow.
What's that in days?
Sam, why did you ask that question? More than 4, definitely.
More than 4 days. Oh, that's brilliant. More than 4 days. Just get a calculator. Rachel, you're Rain Man or Rain Woman.
I'm on it. I'll calculate it. You talk for a bit.
You calculate it.
It's 3 5,722,344 minutes. Divide that by 60 gives us hours. Divide it by 12, that's 5,169 a second.
Maths with Phil.
2,584 days of
How many
viewing.
years is that then?
How many years?
This is. I bet people weren't like expecting this for a show.
7 years worth of viewing, not taking into account leap years, but
Okay, not bad.
I think
That's good.
I think I'm right.
So there's a lot of people saying congratulations on the 6 months, and thank you to everyone. To be fair, we've been putting out content, but all of you have been turning up for shows. We've had new people every single week. We've had new commenters on all the videos. We've tried to stretch out to a range of types of videos that we release as well, and there's obviously a lot more that we need to do and a lot more to come. The website's been getting progressively better and more content's coming on there as well, and there's a lot of stuff planned for that. There's been issues recently. We've been sorting out stuff because of the servers and things like that, so once those have been ironed out, the website should be faster than ever. So we're working on what we can to increase the quality and all of that side of stuff.
Yeah, I'll just say as well, because we put a notice up on the Facebook page and I've had a couple of people contact me. So yes, we had some issues. They weren't actually our fault at all. They were a third party that managed to mess us up in collusion with PayPal as well. But everybody's money's safe and everybody's payments were safe, but it's just confused some accounts basically in terms of their access. So if everybody's paying but losing access, can they let me know basically? Because I can sort it out. It just takes me a few minutes, but I need their username or their email address. Because if some people have given me their actual name, and obviously I can't find that in the system because we don't keep that in the system. So if I'm just going to get that out there now, if they can, and apologies for anybody who's experienced the delay. By the way, comment of the night so far is Scott Bell saying he's been waiting for this video for 6 months. That's just it's just an awesome comment.
I'm going to go through this. I'm going to have to quick fire it now. Vaughan Killian saying it's longer than I've had a supervisor at work, which is, impressive. Sticking around for 6 months is quite a long one. Surreal's back. Internet in paradise is horrible. It's Carl Mawson.
Hashtag out of this.
What's that?
What's the longest that you've had? What does 6 months beat, basically?
Well, that's like our premium membership. What costs more than our premium membership?
Yeah. WargamerOnline's been going longer than X.
Okay, C. Mawson, nice 6 months of WGO and the first live chat I've managed to catch in ages. That's awesome. And to be fair, even if you don't catch it live, you can always get these back. That's what I do like about these. You can always check back and watch it later on, which is why we try to include the chat down the side, so it includes the interaction between everyone who's watching. Gatana, hiya, love the channel. Have you heard about GW being sued for $62 million? And if you have, what do you think? I haven't heard anything about it. So I think
this is that case in the US, and I know very little about it, but I think it's a independent company suing GW for making them fix their prices, I think. But no, I haven't heard any more than that.
One sec. I was reading.
It'll all work out in the wash.
Okay, we'll have a look. But if it's about prices and things, I don't know. GW should. What do you reckon? Do you think they should be able to set a price on? Do you think they should be allowed to do that or not? I mean, it's their. Oh, we got a dislike. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Hater, for turning up to our live show and wasting your time.
They just wanted to push the stats up for us.
What's that? 272 now or something. I hope you're having a wonderful time anyway, and watching this chat on a Tuesday night. I hope we're brightening your evening up.
Hey, they might be just disliking the fact that GW's been sued. It might be.
Yeah, that's our fault. Yeah, I suppose that's our fault.
No, I don't mean. It's just like an expression of unhappiness. It's like, I don't like that news.
Dislike. I I don't like that something else happened over there. I'm going to stab that person for it. Dislike. Hellseeker, thank you for subscribing. Let me keep going anyway. We have Rattel Mike. Evening all, enjoyed the recent unboxings video mentioned a while back about a learn to play guide for Age of Sigmar. Is that still happening? Yes, I think is time again more than anything at the moment. I've had to step back a little bit and not do as long a day as I was doing, because it was slowly but surely making me a little bit rubbish. So I've had to step back a little bit and make sure that I'm keeping on top of the premium content and enjoying what I'm doing, rather than trying to batch out content to make a daily video, because there's no point if it's not actually worth doing. So Rachel,
that was one that I said I think it was one that I said I'd sort of take care of anyway, to be fair. And I started a new job like 2 months ago, so it's just been crazy hectic for both of us, but it's coming. Just don't know exactly when yet.
Most definitely. I think once you've settled down at work, we can go to the studio. It'll only take us an afternoon to film it, but it's getting that afternoon aside.
Yeah.
It's difficult for us to get a day to go and film a battle report, let alone the ones in between. So we'll do it when we can.
As of today, we've now got an additional editor as well, so that's good news.
Have we?
Yes. Well, Jack started editing. Whether he's going to have a lot of time, because hasn't he got college or something soon as well?
He'll be starting his A levels, but he'll find time to edit.
He's got homework and then homework.
He's a good kid.
Yes. Vaughan Killian saying, I can't wait for Premium Plus. That's something, I think once the website's been sorted and we've got, it's
when
working.
We're happy this fix is in place, and the third party that's involved has made reassurances that the error won't occur again, then we are hoping to release Premium Plus, and a few people have asked to be able to pay annually, so rather than a monthly payment. And we can do both of those things, but I don't want to launch those until I'm 100% happy that we're not going to have any issues. If we keep chasing us, it makes us do things.
Yeah. Well, we've got loads of giveaways we can do, can't we? For the Premium Plus as well, that will be quite a big one. You basically, as well as supporting us, because we've had, the Premium is support anyway, watching the videos and not even paying for the Premium and stuff, that is still supporting us, watching our content and liking our videos and sharing the videos. So that's one awesome way of helping out. The Premium is an extra step. That's what allows us to do what we're doing and pay for all of the bills and things. And eventually it will pay for salaries and we can get more people involved. The Premium Plus is another way for, people to pay a little bit more and just basically get a little bit extra back. So we want to give back an extra box once a month or something. We'll release or we'll give away a starter set of a game or a game itself to somebody on the Premium Plus, and we might do different things which we've thought about that. And the other way was the donations, and already I think we've only had the donations turned on for a few weeks now, and there's been some crazy donations from people. Al last Friday, and Patrick Metzger and Akaya, and there's all the others that have donated. It all goes towards helping the channel as well, because we've put it straight back into the costs that we've got anyway.
Yeah, exactly. We've increased some of our accounts, which is going to help with again the speed of the site, but also how much storage we've got for video content as well. So all of that's good news. It's really helping us invest back in it. So yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. You guys haven't actually taken anything out of sort of the business account, have you? It's all gone straight back into the business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anything that is invested does actually go straight back into the business.
Yeah, well, it should do really. We're paying to build it up and keep creating content and things, and you're supporting me anyway. So in terms of me sitting and painting and producing videos, I've got it covered because you're looking after all of that, aren't you?
Yes.
We're not eating beans, and but we're not sitting on a yacht. So we're comfortable at the moment. I'm happy making videos and creating content, and you're happy going to work and coming home and having everything sorted. So it's life is good at the moment, and it'll be good when we can get Mike and other people involved and pay them to spend their time doing it a little bit more, which would be good. Anyway, Surreal, they're being charged with RICO and price fixing and monopolising. Okay. Fair enough, we'll have to see how it goes. And there's a lot of discussion about that and pricing. Squeak, should I stay here or sleep? Who am I kidding? I know the answer no matter anyone's opinion. Stay here. If you're really tired, Squeak, you could always sleep and come back and watch the show when you're awake. You're better off getting your sleep. Simon is joined. Welcome. Derpimus Maximus. I've only just... Welcome, Derpimus.
Good name. Solid. Like it.
Solid as a rock.
Surreal as well, I've got to say, is a really cool name. And it took you about 3 weeks to work that out, didn't it, Sam? Before you were like, surreal.
Yes, yeah. It took...
There's like a light bulb moment.
Always strikes last. That's my special rule. Constant. Akoya, I can't wait for hashtag magic moments with hashtag magic Mike and the start of his solo show. Well, this is it. You know, once we're funded enough to take people on, Mike will have a regular slot with Magic Mike solo show eventually.
Oh, is it going to be a regular show? Is it
every week? I think. You know, if we're going to be giving you money to work on the site, it will be a regular slot with you. Just even if you just sit in your room like that, and we just put a camera on you.
Fair enough.
People can ask you to do things. Like, you know, like paint models or show how to green stuff and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Dance Macabre saying, Sam the kept man, I am indeed. To be fair, I did. You were kept for a while, weren't you?
You know, so yeah.
Still a lot more going on about this case. Wow, must have been a big one.
Old Toby says, hi guys, quick comment to say you guys have the best battle reports on YouTube.
Thank you, old Toby.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm working on a new one as well, actually.
Oh, go on, Sam, sorry.
I was going to say the next two, there's one coming out on Sunday. I'm not sure if it's going to be a premium or a YouTube. I think we said we were going to do a few premium battle reports for a while, weren't we?
Yeah.
So it might
we'll
be...
put one on YouTube.
Yeah. Anyway, there's 2 battle reports, the next 2, and I'm just playing around with the camera angles to try and get the dice cam and the map on at the same time, purely because it helps me out with editing. I don't have to spend as much time going through the separate multicam clip. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what people think about that, whether it's not as good as it is at the moment, or whether it doesn't really matter, because depending on what the reaction is, I may keep it like that, and then battle reports will be easier to edit. And I actually think it looks nicer, but we'll see. We have got quite a unique looking UI setup, haven't we? We've got a good
I think
display. I love it, and I think partly it's because of we spent a bit of time, didn't we, looking into the layout and making sure we had the bird's eye view, the isometric camera, the dice cam, and all that sort of stuff. It was good.
Yeah, it's kind of evolved from the start. I mean, when we think about those, do you remember how much tech we went through to try and get that to work as well? Do you remember how many tests we did before we even went live? It was mental. Like gaffer taping cameras to the ceiling and stuff like that, just to try and get it all to work and see if it would work. But I think it's evolved a little bit, hasn't it? But what we've found is, we aimed for a really high quality, but of course what that also meant with all the multi-cameras and stuff is they take quite a lot to edit, don't they? Which of course reduces how many we're putting out. So it's a question of quality over quantity. So it's nice for somebody to say, old Toby, to say you've got the best battle reports out there, because, we really do try to get the quality good. But I think it has an impact on 2 things. We put less out, and that, that's a consideration. Also, it makes it harder, I think, for the gamers to concentrate on the game to a degree. That sort of pushes us a little bit as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. James Slack, thank you for subscribing. Well, the other thing is, I've watched some battle reports. I have to confess I don't watch many, to be honest. But because we were filming the games anyway, we may as well record them, and that's what we're producing. But when I was watching battle reports, I found it was difficult to find what was going on in the game. it was difficult to track it, which is why we needed the mini map cam, so you can see from an overhead where things are moving, even if the main cam is going off at a different angle. The dice camera is my favourite thing. I know some people have said not to use it. A lot of people love it, but I personally like the dice rolls on the screen. And we've got the felt from Patrick that actually fits the dice trays. So the next battle reports that we film, we'll be using those.
In fact, Patrick messaged me tonight to ask if we'd tried it out, and I said, I think you tried it in place, but I don't know whether you've filmed with it yet, have you?
Not filmed it. We haven't filmed anything since they've arrived. So I've taken a picture. Right. I'll send in the picture because they fit perfectly. But the next, actually, you know what? We're playing on the boards tomorrow. Me and Jack are, aren't we? But we won't be filming that. So we'll see if it helps with the dice rolls anyway, and we'll let you know. Right, anyway. Oh yeah, the other thing I want to say with the battle reports, I've tried putting in the red swashers. So when certain rules come on, like warlord traits or command abilities and things, I've tried to make it so they come up on the screen and you can read the ability and then it goes back down again. And any key rules, that will come up on the screen as well. So I'm trying to tweak things. It's more editing, but I'm trying to make like a backlog. But this is the thing, like I'd rather spend more time nailing that and learning it and getting it looking good and as quality as we can, rather than just batching one out every 2 a week or 3 a week. Because if we just set the cameras up and press play, we could do a lot more, but the quality wouldn't be there. Anyway, let me go through the chat. Lawsuit. Sean Blake, welcome, Sean.
I'm just going to do a quick premise of what's going. What the general gist on the lawsuit is, people are kind of saying that it might not be that successful. He lives in New York, but he's filed the case in Florida because they tend to be a bit more lax about what they'll push through to a court case. So I don't think the general consensus seems to be it's not a serious threat to GW, but who knows? So there we are. That's enough for the lawsuit, I think.
Yep. We'll see what happens.
Check online.
First, George, here's an idea. Everyone has a shave, even Rachel, and then see who can grow the longest, most dwarfy beard by Christmas. Phil will, I mean, I've been trimming this because somebody said shave every day. It's going to take me 6 months to get what Phil grows in a day. So there's no point. And now he's chucking cocktail sticks in his beard.
I'm still working towards my plaiting. I was going
to say, you're working towards the Viking plait, aren't you?
Still working towards the Viking plait. I tried a fork as well earlier. Just tried forking it a little bit. That got a giggle off of Jack. He doesn't think I'm quite ready for that yet.
Thordalum de Caladai saying evening, Phil and others. Kenneth Salt, thank you for subscribing. Vanders Hammerhand, welcome Vanders Hammerhand. Awesome name as well. Vaughan Killian, I love the dedicated dice cam. That's cool. Stu Rat does say, but Phil shaved this morning. Speaking of experimenting, go on. Scott Beale, what's he saying?
Sorry, Scott Bell is saying his tablet is working right, but the show has not started yet. The show has started yet, so I'm not quite sure what's happening there. I'm sure he's been commenting on things we've said. Maybe that's the mix-up.
Somebody get him to refresh it. Somebody type refresh it. Scott, refresh the iPad, because he's going to be looking at a black screen and heavily disappointed when he's missed half the show. What was I talking about?
I don't know.
Somebody asked something. Let me have a look. Let me go back through it. Here we go. Gertana. Speaking of experimenting, have you ever considered doing a narrative bat rep? Could they include extreme close-up of minis? Maybe voice acting, story-driven stuff. You know, voice acting is definitely something we could do with Pink and Rachel. We played D&D in the past, and Pink.
Pink would be perfect.
Pink did multiple voices for different characters, so we can definitely do that.
That should be an April Fool's special that we do.
Why?
Oh, I've given the game away now. Everyone forget you heard that.
Nice one, Rach. A narrative bat reps we definitely would like to do in the future again, but there's just not enough time for us to do what we need to do. We've got so many awesome ideas and so many good things planned. It's just getting the time to do it. We really do need clones.
I had a really lazy. I had a really lazy idea of a rough cut back rep where you just don't cut it at all. You literally just do it and then post.
Yeah, Rachel said just 3 hours or 4 hour battle reports. If anyone's interested in watching 3 or 4 hour battle reports where we literally press the camera on and off at the end and watching Rachel read the rule book over and over again, we can do it.
Well, to make it even longer, we could always put Dave and Rachel together.
Oh God,
that would be amazing.
If you want to watch a 6 hour,
I did think one thing. One idea that came into my head this afternoon. I was watching, or rather, teaching Jack how to edit the footage from the gaming event at the weekend, and I was thinking we could actually do a live WGO back report and turn, the room outside of the studio, just turn that into like an audience with chairs, and then put a big screen up, so you could just sit on the other side of the wall and watch a live game.
That's an awesome idea.
Just like invite a bunch of people over, provide food and all that lot, and it's just then hang out and a chat afterwards, if you know what I mean.
I was thinking I want us eventually, when we've got time. I know time is the biggest issue, but when we've got time, I think doing events. I want to do an event at some point in the future, and I'm not sure what it would be.
Yeah, I agree. I like events. I like doing stuff like that. We talked about it, didn't we? Of sort of saying, put on a big, well, not like a big event, but like and gaming based. It'd be more like gaming, wouldn't it? Just get a bunch of people together for gaming and find a really cool venue or something. But anyway,
yeah, a weekend. We'll look at that in the future.
One day.
Kablams, I'm a big fan of your bat reps. Horny Morny loves the dice cam as well. Oh, don't skip on me, stupid YouTube. Vander's Hammerhand, if you guys get fond of nice models, I recommend check a fan-made Gabriel Angelos 28mm model. Check on eBay for Telcon user chapter master model. Okay. Let me copy and...
Will do.
I've copied that now, so I'm going to have a look afterwards. Ralph Hummel's joined. Late again. Thank you for joining, Ralph. Welcome. Right. Sam, we could upgrade the dice cam to be a bit more Matrix bullet time style. That would be really cool. What Gertana said. So there's a lot of people who do like the battle report, so that's good. Rob left GW. Oh, I didn't realise that. That's probably why they were looking for the presenter, as well as the content producer and the editing stuff.
Oh, I didn't know Rob had left GW. Oh, when did that happen?
Imagine if we were on GW Community just instead. just present the Warhammer community stuff instead of WargamerOnline one day. That would be really cool. I love the dice tray cam. A lot of bat reps have the camera chasing dice across the table. Having them in one place is much better. Derpimus says, just buy one of those knitted beard hat things, not the hipster looking ones, the proper Gimli beard jobs. And Dance Macabre has already got a Viking beard, so he's already there. We didn't see Dance Macabre, did we? I'm sure he was at Salute and he sent a picture to the Facebook group and we couldn't find him. That was a proper task.
Yeah.
Furious George, battle reports need more lens flare. I'm all for the effects, but Phil always tells me to knock them back. He's always like, take off that vignette, take off this blur, take off that, and I'm like, fine, we'll just film it as if it's like in a garage or whatever. We won't have any cool effects.
You put the vignette on about 8 times until it's just like this murky image, and it's like I don't even know what armies are up against.
Aaron Dorrington, thank you for subscribing. I just love the special effects that you can do on all these editing programs, and I'm only learning them now. So I put like rain, snow, sun, every weather effect will be going on at the same time.
It's like when kids discover word art in Word.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
I think we just had a subscriber there, Aaron Dorrington. I think I just caught it. Sorry, on the chat on the feed. So.
Liam Badley saying, what about a live no-cut battle report? I think that must have been when we were talking about it. You probably said it before we said it, to be fair.
I think we could do that. I think we've got the tech to do that, definitely. We're just
I'm
debating.
not sure how much people would want to watch it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. We'd have to cut to commercial breaks quite often, wouldn't we?
And have a filter.
Let's just cut to a commercial break.
Or we see Mike sitting on a chair just drinking a cup of tea. Sean Blake saying you need more staff. We do indeed. And I think that's where, when we build up on subscribers, premium subscribers and all that, that's where the money will eventually go. It will be employing people to create more content, and then we can look into varied content. Because bolt action, I'm gonna quick fire now, but then we're gonna talk about bolt action because Phil is now on board, like properly on board. So we're gonna go through the chat. Let's quick fire. Tim Cafferty just watched a bit of the bat rep and the quality is outstanding. Well done. Thank you very much, Tim. Furious George. Lens flare is JJ Abrams. Over the top explosions is Michael Bay. Yes. Just work out a plan. Divide it into musts, most likely, maybe, and nah. Cross the last 3 sections off and you know what you need to focus on. That's pretty much where we're at the moment, which is, yeah, that's the where we're at. But we'd like to include some of those most likely and maybes at some point. Oh no, why does it skip on me? Why do you do this? Here we go, 4-hour bat reps for Premium Plus. I'd say that the ones that are cut down, maybe we do the 4-hour uncut stuff for YouTube, and the people who are paying can get the ones that are cut down, and I spend 10 or 11, 12 hours editing. That's the ones that get the premium. The Holy Church of Wargaming. WGO Con, says Kiblams. WGO Meetup is a great idea. Will there be alcohol, says Ryan. Yeah.
Well, I can imagine so, yes. If there's adults, then there can be alcohol.
There'll be food. We'll definitely look at doing it in the future. It's something that we could look at maybe kickstarting or whatever. Thordalim de Caladai, man, that mic never shuts up, does he?
Big speaker.
If you ever meet Mike, he you literally have to slap him to shut him up. He just doesn't stop. So he's on a quiet one at the moment. He's just keeping quite mellow. But in person, yeah, you just shut up, Mike. Just stop talking and let us get a word in edgeways.
See, I'm always quite quiet though, aren't I? Even if it like say for instance, if me and you are in the car, even then I'm not like the most talkative person. But when I do get going, I can go on for quite some time.
You're a good listener.
Yeah.
Sounds like a dating site, doesn't it? Like, list your strengths. Mike's strengths. He's a great listener. He does listen quite a lot. Although saying that, I was doing some videos earlier and talking to him, and he just ignored me for like 5 minutes because he was playing World of Tanks. He was shooting people, and I was talking to him, and then afterwards he went, what were we on about? A sniper or something? No, Mike. That was like 5 minutes ago.
No, I do that.
Everyone ignores me.
Skills. I'd never.
Someone's playing the game, Sam. You can't interrupt them.
I'm glad you understand that. Remember when I used to play games and you would talk to me and I would be too busy to reply, and then you started playing more games and then realised exactly what it was like. So now, if I play any sort of computer game and Rachel talks to me, she literally waits until I've finished doing something or finished killing somebody, and then she's like, okay, can we talk about this? I'm like, wow, this is amazing. She's actually waiting for me to finish killing something before we carry on.
We've got a question actually, Sam, on the chat from Furious George that says, does anybody remember their first model? He had a Orc war bike circa 1998. Never played Space Orcs. Love the model. So should we do that? Should we do the question? Have we got time for a question?
Yeah. You do yours first, Phil, because yours is the oldest.
Mine is the oldest. My very, very first model was a Hobbit. And it was when I was playing Tunnels and Trolls. And I'm not quite sure which I bought first, actually, because it's a Hobbit and also a Pygmy. And I bought the Pygmy by accident thinking it was a Hobbit. So it's one of those two models, and I'm not quite sure which I got first. But it was Games Workshop. Both models were Games Workshop. But they were Citadel miniatures, as they were known at the time. Which, of course, they still are, but, That's the Games Workshop and Citadel was kind of separate brands altogether.
Were they LED as well?
Yes, absolutely, and proper LED as well, proper soft. I've still got the Pygmy. In fact, if I've got a chance to duck off camera, I might go fetch the Pygmy just to prove it exists. But the Hobbit has long since been squashed out of detail.
It's fine. Mine, I want to say it wasn't the first one that I bought. It was the first one, or the first lot that was given to me. And it was like a Necromunda set with the Space Orcs. You know, the original Space Orcs with the Gretchen that were all in the same pose where they had the guns pointing to their left. And the Space Orcs which had like an axe and a gun in one arm. Like separate
Were they
arms.
dark green, the plastic?
No, they were grey. But I had like 60 Gretchen, all in the same pose, and all of these Space Orcs with the goth helmets with the spikes on the top. They were the first batch that I got, and it's the first ones I bought were Catachan. They were Imperial Guard Catachan models, but the first ones I had were those rubbish little grotlins. Not grots, Gretchen. That was it. Yeah. What did you get anyway, Mike? What was your first?
First things I got my hands on, and that's one way of saying it. And do you remember me telling you about the story of me like chewing on models and stuff?
Go on, I forgot.
Well, it goes back onto that. So the first thing, because my older brothers had loads of stuff. So there was Hero Quest, and I remember I'm quite sure it was the elf. I'd broken his ankles, so I had to blue tack that. Then there was the Blood Bowl stuff that would have had heads chewed off and everything. But as far as the very first thing I ever bought, I'd have been, 10, 11, I think? It might have been some Space Marine bikers, I think.
One sec. Old Toby, thank you for subscribing. Carry on.
But yeah, so nothing too exciting other than me destroying models.
I like how you biting figures and things, like that's how you remember it.
Yeah. Because it's like, I remember Mum saying, yeah, you don't go in their room. You can't touch this stuff. Oh, the door's open. Ooh. And then just start chewing stuff.
Oh, Mike.
I know.
And that was only like 3 years ago.
But yeah, I know.
C. Mawson, do breaks in the live stream with Mike discussing the merit of different teas.
Oh, that's amazing.
Surreal saying,
Mike,
will there
what is
be
your
pie
choice
and
of
punch?
Hey?
What is your choice of tea?
PG tips?
Hmm.
You're not happy with that choice, no?
I bought,
It's
so
that or Tetley.
I added on the Morrison's shopping the other week a bunch of PG tips because it was on sale, and I quite like PG tips as well. And I think it's because when you and me were at the shop, that's all we drank. It was PG tips.
Well, yeah, because before that, it was always because I think it was Tetley I'd always have, and then as soon as you start getting that for the shop, and I was just drinking that all day, I've more started to lean towards that.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys did have a cute little bromance going on at the shop.
We still do. We're just not at the shop. But then, Rachel, you switched to... What do you have, Rach? What's your tea?
All about the Yorkshire tea.
That's it, yeah. We've switched to Yorkshire tea at home.
Mike, have you tried Yorkshire tea? Oh, of course you have. You've come here.
Is that the green and white box?
Yeah.
With like bushes or something on, or fields?
Yeah.
I probably have, and I'm not that keen on it.
Oh.
There we go. We're going to have to get more PG tips to encourage Mike around.
That's the other thing I've noticed. I like how it's taken for me to talk much more. We've had to resort to talking about tea to get me to speak.
If that's what it takes. Anyway, back to the chat. Surreal saying, will there be pie and punch? I'm pretty sure we could look into, we haven't even really thought about this event yet, but we're already looking at getting a proper brewery set up. Durfamess is saying you could go for a home brew or for an event, get in touch with a craft brewery or a small batch. We could have a properly brewed beer, tea, pie and punch, all these things, and we do a weekend and we find a nice venue that people can stay over at. So yeah.
Actually, there is some really good local beer in Warwickshire in general.
Yes, me and Phil were looking at venues very briefly, but it's something we've planned loosely. I think Phil's gone at the minute. Have you, Phil?
He's just muted himself.
Oh, okay.
No, I was muting myself, so I was allowing people to talk other than me, and I muted myself. I was trying to fix a user as well. Someone had contacted me, so I'm trying to sort them out as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm multitasking.
Got a lot of people saying their first model. Ashley Perkins, Eldar Battle Force 2013. Surreal was a Necron Scarab base. Thordalim Decalidizers. Go on.
I really appreciated all the age jokes about me having models made of stone and stuff like that. Yeah, it's lovely. Thanks, everyone.
You love it. Half the time you're telling us that back in my day. That's why the dwarf comment comes up. You wear it like a badge of honor until... Anyway, Squeak the Storm Vermin asking where we are. Leamington Spa in the UK. Oh, Corrier's covered it. Leamington Spa in the UK. I thought in England you all get a mini in your crib when you're born. Yeah, but they're generally passed down though, so they're normally chewed in Mike's household, that sort of thing. Yeah, there's loads of people saying their first models. Yorkshire tea for the win, says Seymourson. And so does Kablams, and so does Ryan. Okay, Yorkshire tea looks like
that's the correct choice.
Okay. Phil was playing World of Tanks. He's muted himself and is off playing that. Squeak's got to go. See you later, Squeak.
Jack's managed to get it installed, but obviously my internet's so shonky. I think it's at 4% on the download for my Xbox, which here's my next confession. My Xbox One. Is it One?
Yes.
The version I've got. My Xbox One has only ever played Blu-rays, so this is this is going to be a first for it, for me to pick up World of Tanks or whatever it's called.
Just so we can play Bolt Action.
Just so we can then talk about tanks.
It is quite good. Me and Mike and Liam have been playing it for the last couple of days, and I don't like the randomness of some of it. It is like playing Warhammer with a tank game on the computer. So you can look at stuff, but then there's like a chance that they won't even pop up because they're concealed. Or you can shoot them, and then it does the dice roll in the background, and it might not do enough damage or something. It's not like you see a tank if you look across the battlefield, and if you shoot it, it will, even look like it's hit it. Sometimes it just pings off and you don't even see it. But it's really good because it shows you all of the different tanks and all of the different class of tanks. So me and Mike and Liam have learned so much more about our army's tanks that were available during World War II, and now Bolt Action, it looks like I'm actually going to know what I'm talking about a little bit more.
You've really taken to that game, haven't you?
I've been boring Rachel with history. I've spent hours watching documentaries, hours and hours, and a lot of people have recommended the Tank Museum YouTube channel, so I've had that on in the background, just listening endlessly while I've been building things. But it's great. It's amazing. And on top of that, me and Phil watched a bit of Enemy at the Gates. We watched halfway through, and then I had to leave. But we watched the first half of Enemy at the Gates.
Got kicked out.
Yeah, me and Mike and Rachel watched Fury, so that was cool. It's just awesome, and I'm really excited.
I was saying to Sam earlier, guys, that you three all need to go to the Tank Museum together. Have a little day out. It'll be dead cute.
We definitely can. When Phil's better, we'll all go.
I think I've been trumped on age on the group.
Why?
Oh, Beale says he got his first miniature 42 years ago, so either he was given it when he was a baby or he's definitely older than me. So someone was asking the question whether I'm the oldest one in the group. Red Cuffs was asking whether I was the oldest one. Unless they mean am I the oldest one in WGO, which, in which case, yes, a resounding yes to that one.
Yeah.
I love the possibility that you might not be, though. That's brilliant.
I'm just reading.
There's a few people confessing now to be the MCM 1966 is 51 and getting back into 40k and now starting Age of Sigmar. Welcome back. You're my generation, certainly, so that's good news. Let's show these young pups how it's done.
I remember when you and Sarah were asking me and Sam how old we were when we were around at yours. And Sarah going, "You're old enough to be their dad."
Yeah,
I
but
am
Phil,
old enough.
Phil is hobby dad, though. That's the thing. He is hobby dad. Furious George is saying WGO Fest at Warwick. I say Warwick. We live here. Warwick Castle. How cool would that be? WGO Fest. That would be a good name. Or what was the other one we thought of?
Is a good name.
There was Wargamer Offline on there. That was one of the names.
Yeah, we talked about it as being called Wargamer Offline, didn't we?
I love that.
And it's still the same symbol as well. It's WGO. It's just offline.
That is amazing. Can we do that one?
Well, we'll look into it, but WGO Offline seemed pretty decent. And then finding the venue, finding the food, and what we would do there as well. I think it's generally going to be playing games, but we could do some painting competitions. We could do some painting. If people turn up and want to just paint for a weekend around other people, they could come and do that. There's loads of ideas we can think about, and
It's quite easy to get to as well. To be fair.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the UK, and there's Birmingham Airport
Very
nearby.
central.
There's plenty of places to get to. War Thunder is more realistic than World of Tanks, apparently. We'll have to look at that if that's on the Xbox.
Tim Cafferty, 44, and his hobby dad in his gaming community as well. We should start a hobby dad group as well, maybe, I think.
You could talk about the best advice to spread to your minions. See Mawson saying it's not gaming, it's research, and it definitely is. I'm only playing it for research.
Yeah, whatever.
I am.
That's what he tells his wife.
Kablams loves Enemy at the Gates as well. Enemy at the Gates is one of my favourite films of all time. And so I was saying to Phil the other day, The Kingdom of Heaven. I think Kingdom of Heaven and Enemy at the Gates are two of my easily best films. Easily are my best films.
Are there tanks in Kingdom of Heaven?
No, I'm not saying it. I said two of my best films. They're not need to be the same. They're not two of my best World War films.
I've not seen that one.
You need to watch Kingdom of Heaven. You have to pray to. That was it, Neil Molden. You have to pray.
Remake.
I was talking to you about RNG, Mike.
Yep.
Neil's put, you have to pray to RNGesus when playing World of Tanks. Unless you play the Soviets, then you sacrifice dissidents to Stalin. Phil quite enjoyed that, didn't you? With all the commissars. Comrade Commissar.
I got excited about that. Yeah, shoot him.
Watch A Bridge Too Far, 3 hours, but it's worth it. I'm sure I had that one written down. But I need to write that down if I haven't. Scott Beale's 53. Did you already say that? Phil?
I think I did. I think I maybe...
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. Actually. There's quite a few hobby dads out there, though. Surreal's... actually, not quoting his hobby dad. Ralph Hummel, definitely a hobby dad.
Yeah.
And Scott Beale again, hobby dad. So, hobby dads unite.
Red Cuffs, born in 1964, but my spine feels like it was born in 1908. That's bad.
Yeah, mine does at the moment. Mine does, definitely.
So there's certain things you need to pass to get into the hobby dad group on Facebook. you need to be in paid. Oh, Elster Nation says if you ever want a game, I'm on World of Tanks. Yeah, definitely, Elster Nation. If you're on Xbox, if anybody's on Xbox One and you want to join us, just speak to us on Facebook. I'm generally a horrible person on the Xbox though, because I get really frustrated.
He's not even nice to his friends.
Or wife.
Didn't we have bets last night on? So we were, and it was me, Pink, Liam, and Mike, and we were all, quite happily having a great time. And then Sam said he was going to join us, and we started putting bets on how many games he'd last before he'd give up and turn it off. I took a bet on half a game.
How many did I take?
I think it started. You started complaining before you even got into the game. To be honest.
No, that was because Liam had picked the same character that I've been playing for the last Every time I've been on it recently, I've picked
Is that your
this certain character, and Liam's doing this thing at the minute where he's copying everything that I've done. So I made an army list for my Primaris, 1,000-point army list, and Liam looked at it and went, and I said, "Don't even think about copying it. This is my list. I'm not telling anybody what it is. I'm just gonna, you know it. Don't do it." So he then tells me his list, which is the same thing, but he's switched 2 units out for something that's equivalent, basically. So I'm like, "Liam, you've just copy and pasted it with a different name." And he's like, no, I didn't. So then I start playing on the Xbox with him, and he's picking the characters now that I'm playing.
Oh, Sam, you've got a little brother. You know what it's like.
I know.
He just wants to be like you.
I don't know why. Stu Rat, WargamerOnline has white shirts with green and black lettering. That's a good idea. We could do t-shirts as well with this event. We could give out t-shirts to everyone who attends. Oh my god. So many ideas.
We were on about doing meme t-shirts, weren't we? With all the memes that Sean Jewett's been posting. We should make some t-shirts out of them. It'd be amazing.
The Photoshop. I think we should have a regular Photoshop competition for anybody else who does it. The latest one was my favourite. It was me as Indiana Jones. And the thing is, when we went to Egypt, Rach, I was wearing that hat the whole time, that Indiana Jones hat.
Yes.
I looked at that Indiana Jones picture and I thought that the head was taken from that photo. And it'd just been Photoshop. I didn't realise it was Indiana Jones until I saw the whip. But yeah, that was cracking the whip, wasn't it? That was that post.
Yeah.
Best World War film is Where Eagles Dare. Okay, need to watch that. Devil's Brigade is another good one. I've not even heard of that. Das Boot. You were talking about that, weren't you, Phil?
Yes, but it's black and white, Sam, so you don't watch black and white movies, do you? That's what you said, wasn't it?
I said,
yeah, is it black and white?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's black and white. You were like, I'm not sure about that.
I was like, I'm done.
Sam, how much stick do you give me for not watching old films? Come on.
I did say that to Phil as well. Did I not, Phil? I said I complain at Rachel because she won't watch The Godfather, but I won't watch black and white. Anyway, at the gates.
That was so boring, though.
Sam, you can't have seen Stalingrad then. Stalingrad was amazing. We're doing that as well for our bolt action. I'm doing a German theatre based around Stalingrad to play against Phil, and then I'm doing the Normandy Germans against Mike. So I've got 2 armies to build up. Surreal's got the tin box boxed version of Band of Brothers. Band of Brothers is amazing. I love it. A hobby dad qualifiers: back pain, eyesores, and relying on magnifying glasses to paint. And Nakaya's got a name for the hobby dad group, which is just WGO. Wargamer Oldies. Maybe stream the World of Tanks on Twitch or for Premium Plus. I don't know if there's definitely a lot of profanity when we're on the Xbox. That's the only problem with it. Sam turns into PJ Salt on the Xbox. If I play any games, they turn really salty. War Grandpas Online. Oh, there you go, Phil. War Grandpas. Will there be a limited edition #Magic Mike t-shirt at the event?
We should totally do that.
We have...
I'm getting corrected as well. Das Boot is in colour, apparently. I'm sure it's black and white. I've definitely watched a black and white movie that I was pretty certain was called Das Boot, but maybe not then.
I was wondering why you were so quiet, Phil. It's because you were just reading.
That's not right. It's not right. I got off to double check.
He said before the show, he was talking to Liam, talking about a rule, and he was like, I might be wrong. There are times where I'm wrong.
There are times wrong. That time. No, it appears to be in colour. Maybe it was the novel that was in black and white. I'm pretty certain that was black and white. I must have been having a black and white kind of day. Maybe my eyes were black and white back then.
The novel was black and white.
You had your morphine that day.
Okay, we can watch Das Boot then now, Phil. That's another one we can see.
It's in colour, you're fine. It's so long ago since I've watched it, I was pretty certain it was black and white, but there you go. It's only 1981. I remember it being like a 60s movie, so to them.
Limited edition Magic Mike WGO crop top and Daisy Duke jean shorts. We have been speaking to somebody.
Oh, hold on. In 1981, I did only have a black and white TV. I think that's it. Certainly until the mid 80s before I had a colour TV. Yeah, I was a poor student, so.
Nice one.
So no,
Phil.
it's in colour. You're fine. You're fine, mate. It's in colour. It's good.
I forgot what I was saying now. I was saying something.
Sorry.
We were saying about Team Mike t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
We should have a Team
Yes.
Mike t-shirt, a Team Phil, a Team Sam, and a Team Rachel.
Yeah.
We'll have a meme for each one. So I could have Cousin It. Mike can be Magic Mike. I don't know what you guys will be. I haven't got that far.
Phil will just be a beard,
Yes.
and I'll be kicking a
Phil will be
fish.
the beard.
We've spoke to
We need
somebody
a
who
t-shirt.
does create t-shirts, so he's looking at it, and the potential is we could get, because we've got the store which is like we get like £1 or £2 from Spreadshirt, but they're high quality t-shirts and you can buy them with WGO. But we've spoke to somebody who does create really nice looking clothing and things and merchandise that we could sell, which would be custom to but it'd be really cool, and we could do things like that with a Magic Mike t-shirt and stuff.
We should ask them to do the artwork for it, because if they did their own artwork, I don't think we'd have to worry too much about copyright. I don't know, but
I don't know. We'll see. Seamorse and I can't glue when Phil's killing me with laughter. World of Tank YouTubers, check out Quick Baby for learning and the Mike jingles for one of the best YouTubers out there, present company included, of course. Awesome, Stephen. Okay, we might. I don't know whether we could stream gaming. We could definitely do it. I don't know how many people would be interested in it. And we wouldn't be streaming it on this channel, I don't think. I don't know, it is still gaming related and it is still World War II. Maybe. We'll have to think about it. It is Wargaming, yeah. I mean, their company, I think, is WargamerOnline.com or something. Wargamer, it's pretty much, if you type WargamerOnline, Wargaming something comes up every time, which is World of Tanks. Okay, it was going to be, we were going to stick to an hour, just over an hour. I don't think there's
We've
loads.
talked about anything we said we would.
What we were going to talk about?
sounds about right.
No, but definitely stuff we haven't talked about. I can't remember us ever saying let's debate whether Das Boot's black and white, and you know.
There wouldn't have been a debate.
Say let's discuss tea. That came up.
Do you want to talk about anything else? Okay, some stuff from Games Workshop, other than the fact that they're being sued, which is like, to be fair, it doesn't affect me in the slightest. But what does affect me is they're releasing this. Right, they're releasing a box of Citadel schools, which is 340 different schools, which I think is amazing, and I definitely need some of these just to scatter across my bases. So that's awesome. There's also an upgrade kit for Primaris, which is a bit, they're never going to have black dragons, but I might use some of these. Have you seen them yet, Mike? Because it's Ultramarines.
No, I haven't seen them yet.
There's Ultramarine ones.
Well, I'll have to have a look after the chat.
They've got a couple of nice heads. They've got the sword, the Gladius sort of thing. And
is it quite similar to the upgrade sprues that they did before?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously just for Primaris now. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got the plasma jumpy dudes. What else do we have from Warhammer? We have the tournament, grand tournament. Do you reckon we could do one of those?
Is that a question at me?
Anyone?
I think we should, shouldn't we? I think we should.
I think the first one's in October, and then there's like one in December. I don't know the rules.
Yeah, let's sign up. Can't be that hard.
I like the doubles. If it was a doubles tournament, that'd be better. I'll have to see if there's a doubles.
Yeah. We should do it. We're meant to be going up to Warhammer World at some point in September anyway, aren't we? So.
True, yeah. We have the next thing. This is open play in the General's Handbook. So for Rachel, They're updating open play. But what was one of the rules I read? Oh no, it wasn't that.
What's open play?
You bring what you want, basically. It's not structured.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But they're including a load of extra rules and stuff. Coalition of Death, new multiplayer rules.
We
They
still
have.
need to do a doubles match, don't we?
We do, but it's difficult filming it because of the audio. We've only got 2 microphones. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah,
they're
I'll
not
get
cheap. That cost us a lot of money to buy the one that we've got.
Yeah, we'll get more.
Okay, Rachel.
This is why I'm not in charge of finance.
We've got Minotaurs
just hang
and
them
Engaging Fantasy.
We
We could
Sorry,
try
Phil.
could just hang a mic in the centre of the room and see how it does for a double. It's worth a
That's not
shot.
much out, to be fair. I mean, Sam, you've got your Yeti mic, haven't you? Let's
Yeah,
try all that. See what
it.
happens.
That picks up if you're like 6 inches away from it.
No,
Oh.
because I'm sure it picked me up when I was on the other side of the room.
No.
We'll just all lean in close. It'll be like me and Mike like 6 inches apart from each other's face. I'm going to charge you. Right, it's like Overwatch.
Good job we all like each other.
Ryan Benfield saying, Chronicles next, because we normally do a Chronicles update. Shall we end the show with a Chronicles update? Although somebody sent me a
go on
message.
then. I'm reaching the end of my spine.
I've just seen a Game of Thrones thing as well. It might spoil Game of Thrones, so I can't post it. But yeah, that's hilarious. Anyway, close that down.
If you haven't watched a Bad Monday Night, you take it into your own hands.
Okay. Let's have a look at WGO Chronicles. Hashtag. Oh my god, every time. Hashtag. Do. Right. Let's see what this picks up. Surreal saying use an iPhone as a mic. You just have to put it in your top pocket. The only problem is linking it all and making sure it's right.
We could make that work.
We could try it. Akai is saying Team WGO for the win. 30-year anniversary primary sergeant looked awesome. Don't know if that's on here yet. Let me have a look. Oh, there he is. I'm not that bothered.
Is that the one that I was talking to you about earlier?
Yeah, if that's £20, I'm really not that fussed. I would have bought the Primaris Captain, and even that I haven't because I thought I could switch to I could use a lieutenant.
There's only a few extra details and bits on the model, isn't there? There's not like a drastic change from a normal sergeant.
Yeah, I'm not bothered about that. Anyway, back to Chronicles.
I might get it as the start of my Primaris chapter.
That's all right. I'll do my Gene Stealer court next week, though.
It'll be faster than mine.
Dance Macabre, so Dan Lavin's got his WGO Chronicles update there. Looking really nice red, actually. I don't know what red that is, but it's quite a vibrant one. We have Marty Milligan's. Is this cheating to get some points totaled up? Oh yeah, cheating, putting some knights in there. It's not cheating. Although I've still got my knight to build, haven't I? To go in my Primaris army.
Yep.
It's at your house. You need to decide what we're having. Karanis. Who made it for the end of the show. Awesome.
Oh, bless.
Devon Hoff Phoenix. Hey guys, just want to say your positive energy is an awesome pick-me-up on a bad day. Well, sorry about your bad day. And I'm glad that Mike talking about tea has cheered you up. And Phil forgetting about black and white movies.
Cheers everybody up.
I really want a cup of tea right now. You don't know how desperate I am. I think I'm more wanting to go and have a cup of tea than I am to close the stream. I just want a drink. These are nice. I like Johnny Rockstar's colour scheme for these Primaris.
You're not far wrong though, Mike. I was having a bit of a stressful day today, so I just went and made myself a cup of tea and sat down.
Whoa.
Tea solves everything.
You made yourself a cup of tea and you didn't make me one.
I was at work, dear.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you sat down for the stream with a cup of tea. I was going to say. So James Turner, he's got his awesome army that he's been building up now. He's near the end. And you know what? Actually, I haven't posted my update for Chronicles, but it's behind me. I've done 2 dreadnoughts last night, and all that's left for the 2,000 point Custodes army for Rachel is the the Land Raider, and that's everything done. So that's 2,000 points of Custodes. So I'm actually quite happy, and I'll get some pictures of that soon. And I can start the Black Dragons and the Bolt Action. Johnny Rockstar's got some more there. Really cool job. Started the next squad from Dan Lavin. I just think Sam, if WGO was a child, it would be walking by now. It would.
That's kind of scary, though, isn't it?
What, that we could have just had a kid and
nuts,
it'd be walking around.
Still not potty trained.
I love the camo on Ryan's tanks that he's done there. I don't know if he's airbrushed it or masked it and sprayed it, but it's just nice and clean. There's more of James's. Chris Elliott. Sam, why is the Land Raider behind you not got its tracks on yet? I love that. It's the tiniest little image. I don't know how people could spot that. It's I've lost its tracks.
How do they know you've lost your tracks?
I don't know. I've lost the tracks for it, so I've got to search for them. Otherwise, I'm kind of screwed. At the minute, it is trackless, but I'm going to try and get this painted tonight so that tomorrow I can start. I need to do a premium tutorial. Why is that sticky? That's weird. It's only been sprayed with Retributor Gold. Yes.
You've lost those tracks before.
I have.
You know, when you first built the kit, you said it didn't have tracks with it. So wherever you lost it before and then subsequently found them, that's where they still are.
Yeah, but you know what happens when I put them in a safe place and then they never get found.
So it'll be like in the fridge or in the microwave or in the garden.
I've got a tendency to put things in really weird. What was the thing that I lost that was just in a completely random place, Rach?
Behind the TV. I don't know what it was. But it was behind the TV.
And I think there was something I put in the fridge or something. It's just daft. I don't know why I do it. It's like I'm hiding it from the police rather than hiding it in a safe space. Oh well.
Ryan Benfield did indeed airbrush his tanks and created the camo stripes with tape.
Oh, okay. That's cool. They look really nice. Michael Woodward's Death Company Hellblasters. I love Michael Woodward's. He's done the X on the head of one of them, and he's got nice little decals and some freehand stuff on there as well. He's done an awesome job on those. The tracks are inside are in the inside of the hull. I wish they were. That would be exciting to open them up and see them inside. Here we go. These are hashtag the best Death Guard colour scheme. I don't know what it is. I just love this orangey yellow colour scheme for Death Guard.
Yeah, they're cool.
And then we're back to Marty Milligan's. We must miss some of these because there's been so many updates and yet it only seems to show up. Some of the more recent ones, and then it goes back to the old ones. I know there's been some videos for updates on here as well. Let me just see.
I think some people are posting about the tag though, because I know that Scott Bale put up his squad of aberrants and stuff, and he was tagging some of that at the start, wasn't he? And they're really cool, his aberrants, by the way. So just go onto the community group as well. Check those out. I really like he's got like little sort of pinky purple blending into the flesh. It just looks great. Really love it. Very jealous.
I'm just trying to find some of the YouTube videos that have got Chronicles. I know Kablams has done an update, and Big McDan School did as well. And Frost and Fists. So if anyone's not subscribed to those, Kablams, Big McDan School, and Frost and Fists, check out their channels because they've done updates on WGO Chronicles as well. But I'm just going to go through the page instead. So we've got Margie with his updated Custodes. He's a Custodes painting machine. Furious George, bearded toddler Phil. Any other New Zealand WGOers here? I think there's a few. Land Raiders get sticky when they spend too long without their tracks. Sam's going to make it a hover Land Raider. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Joel Carico. Sorry, I've butchered your name. Congratulations on your 6 months. I love your Age of Sigmar battle reports. Please do more and more. Do death. Well, Jack's got his Crypt Ghouls.
Yeah, he has, and I think we've also got another player, haven't we, with a Death Army as well that I've promised to take on at some point. So
Steve's got his Undead, so whenever you're up for playing that.
Yeah, my mind went blank then. It's Steve, isn't it, with Death as well? So
yeah.
Right, we'll try and get that lined up as well. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to be able to do battle reports. Well, even battles again, so hopefully that'll be good.
Phil is getting shorter as the stream goes on.
It's my back. My back's collapsing, so I am leaning forward. So sorry, chaps.
It's all right. One last look through the Facebook, and then we'll leave it. Oh, I'm not even on the group now. I'm just going through my Facebook. Steve Beckett, Mimi Taylor. Thank you for subscribing. Steve Beckett, I've been enjoying your videos on YouTube for a few weeks. This is my first post here. Happy to see Sam and Mike getting into bolt action. And now Phil and Jack is interested in it as well, which is awesome. So these are late war German grenadiers. We've got so much.
Jack's swapping factions like every 10 seconds when he gets on. He's playing that world of, Mimi Taylor's just subscribed.
He just doesn't listen, does he?
Every time he plays World of Tanks, he's like trying different things. He's like, I think I'm going to do the British. No, I'm going to do German. No, I quite like Russian. No, I think I'm going to do German. No. So I'm not quite sure what faction he wants to do at the moment.
These from Steve Beckett, just interrupting, these are some of the nicest painted bolt action figures I've seen. If these are late war, I might just copy this colour scheme. I'm going to message him and find out how he's painted them because it's awesome.
Is it Steve that said it? That's his first time posting on the group as well, I think, isn't it? If I remember rightly. Was it Steve who said that?
Yeah, first post here. I'm going to like it, and then I'm going to look at that later and have a chat.
Nice work.
They're incredibly painted. They're awesome. Anyway, shared a computer link. What's this? Is this on? Am I on Community? I am. Seems Phil has been modelling for computer games. Oh, that's the link from earlier. It's a picture of... It is you. It's you in a lumberjack shirt. Oh, zombie Phil.
What is this?
I don't know. Oh no, I've broke my...
I've seen it. Yeah, okay, cheers. Yeah, it's got a little bit about me going off, hasn't it?
Ralph Hummel's wet blending. Doing his blending techniques between his shields. Craig, so that's Mr. Craigham Gaming. He's working on his Tau. He still had these Tau. When we were kids, he had these Tau, and he's still painting them now and repainting them. So Kablams, he's working on his next hero for his Age of Sigmar army because he did the Segway before, didn't he? What was it? The Smegway 2.0.
Yeah.
That was problems with the thing. James McHugh, this was a nice one as well. His colour scheme. I think he's going for that one.
Nice work on the group. There's just so much nice work on the group at the moment. It's amazing. It's really cool.
Oh, Neil Morgan's posted as well.
It's kept me going because I've not been able to do any hobby, and it's actually kept me going just scrolling up and down the group and seeing what it's both demoralising and also keeping me engaged. I just really need to get started on my Gene Stealers. So, and I've got like 2 weeks to do 1,000 points, and it's possible, but I'm not quite sure how long I can spend in. It's my problem, but I'm going to give it my best shot to try and get it done.
You'll do it. You just need to have some rest. I'm just looking at Elstonation's update. Is now doing all of those demons, the Zinch demons, on top of everything else. It's ridiculous how much he gets done. And Andrew Windsor's working on his Forge-Oiled model.
His pace of work is incredible.
Nice weathering on that rhino from James. Tyler's done a... Have you seen the Dread with the knight helmet? The Leviathan Dread. Right, here they are. This is what I was looking for. Scott Beale's update. So these are his aberrants with the really nice skin tones. Nice blood effects. Yeah, he's got a really nice Gene Stealer Court army. Tommy Sauls updates.
Typhus the Wonder has just joined saying hello all and Red Cuff's gone. We've been discussing black and white war films.
Let me go back to the chat. Oh my god, where's my page gone? Where have you gone?
Yes, Sam. If you guys are like interested in the whole tank thing, so I've just had a look, and there's a tank museum in Dorset, and for £13 you can get an annual pass.
That's it.
We only need to go once.
Little
We only need to. We're not going to go every week. Hey guys, let's go to the tank museum again.
Like for a visit. It's £13 for a visit, and then you get a free annual pass with that. And Tank Fest. I was already gone. Never mind. But Tiger Day.
Tiger Day
is in September.
Is that just tigers though? Because
Right.
that's just mine.
I'm going to have to call it a night, folks. I don't know, Sam, whether you're going to continue on.
No, we'll call it. We'll call it. I was just going to rush through the chat, but we can call it now.
Well, no, go for it. I'll just dial out and you push on. I just need
Okay.
to go.
No worries. We'll see you in a bit.
I'll say thank you all and good night, and we'll catch you all later. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for coming on.
Bye.
See you in a bit. Right, let's go through quick fire. So Kaya's doing the whole like, subscribe, join on the Facebook page, WargamerOnline community. Nice one, Akaya. Cheers, Sam says Big Mac Dance School.
Good man.
Thordaland Decalidai Path to Glory, Skirmish, or Triumph and Treachery. So nice slow grow for the battle reports. I was looking at Skirmish. We were thinking about starting Age of Sigmar out with the Skirmish side of things first. Surreal, I'm surprised no donations for the reappearance of the beard. The donations, it was a thing we've added in because we had the questions, we've had emails from people saying can they donate, and we've had donations that aren't on a live show, and they're done because it's linked to our PayPal account basically, so you can do it without being on a live stream. So we thank everyone who does donate those, but it's not something that we come on just to do donations. We've been doing these live shows for 6 months now, and we've only had the donations on recently, so we're not doing these just for donations. We're doing them for the fun of it more than anything, and just talking to everyone. So Ashley Perkins saying that's from a zombie game called 7 Days to Die. Blood Company's turned up. Welcome, Blood Company. We've just had a look at your Marines. And the Smegway 2.0 is almost complete after tonight's show, says Kablams. Typhus, yeah, he's joined back. Oh no, I've skipped it. Big McDanskill, I've been doing some minor hobby in the tub tonight. So while he's been in the bath, he's been working on stuff. Typhus, I've been to that looking at relic tanks, of course, not a bad place. Phil gave me a great tip about thinning paints with skimmed milk for use with an airbrush. Is that a legit thing? Skimmed milk in an airbrush.
I've not heard that one.
Was he not joking, Red Cuffs? I think he may have been joking. Everyone's saying bye to Phil.
Less with anything to do with the consistency of skimmed milk, but I just can't see it.
Yeah. I think it might be the consistency of skimmed milk, not thinning your paints with skimmed milk. Let us know how it goes, though. If you go to the Tank Museum, it won't just be ones, and definitely check out Tiger Day. Loads of tanks driving in the ring. Okay, well, I'll be excited to go because I'm doing the Germans, but Mike will just be bored out of his mind because it's not American tanks. If you want something tanky, look up Armageddon. Okay, that's another one to look at. MCM 1966, great channel, just subscribe to premium membership. Thank you very much, MCM. There are issues with logins at the moment, but bear with it. We're literally having updates from the third party who deals with the server side of stuff, but all of the access should be available, and there's obviously videos all week, well, every week. So thank you very much for supporting us on that, as well as everybody who's watching. Thanks for the show, being able to paint some more detail. Did Magic fall asleep? No, Magic, you're awake, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm definitely awake.
Yeah, and everyone's saying it's meant to be the consistency of skimmed milk, not consistent, not wash. That's brilliant. Whoever has put skimmed milk in an airbrush, lol at you. I mean, if Phil tells you to put skimmed milk in your airbrush, I need to see if he's actually posted that on the group and not put the consistency of skimmed milk, because that's bad advice otherwise. Anyway, Mark's just posted up on the community page. Oh, they played Bolt Action at the club. They invited us to this. So Toby invited me and Mike over to the club to play Bolt Action with them, which we would have gone and done, I think. But it was tonight when we're doing the live show, so we couldn't go.
Yeah.
But once we need to build our stuff very soon, Mike, so we can just go and play games.
Well, yeah, we're looking at it as what? Get the Chronicles done. Well, my next thing is going to be, as soon as I finish the Chronicles, we've got what? About 2 weeks, roughly?
1 week now, 1 and a bit weeks to finish.
Okay, just under 2 weeks, maybe?
It's the 20th of August to finish it.
And what are we on now?
8th.
Is it
So it's
8th?
just over. So it's just over a week, actually. I'm talking rubbish. It's not 2 weeks, but yeah.
Oh, okay, well, either way, we'll get the Chronicles done. Then I think the next thing I'm moving straight onto then is the Bolt Action stuff, I think.
Yeah, Bolt Action's definitely the next one. And I've got not Banner Brothers, Black Dragons to do in between that as well. So I've got quite a bit to get on with. Anyway, I think we'll probably call it. Rachel, are you there, or have you still letting the dog outside? She's still letting the dog outside. No, she's there. She's eating.
No, she's there.
What are you eating?
Crisps.
Okay, right, we're going to call it. Thank you, everybody who has joined us this Tuesday evening. It's been a wonderful Tuesday, as always. We should have the show on the Friday, 9 o'clock, as always, so feel free to join us on that and get some hobby done. I'll probably be painting the Land Raider if it's not done by then, and that will be the end of my Chronicles for Rachel. I thought the form was to bully Sam, not me. That's Phil talking. All sorts of tanks and mock battles with soldiers and tanks, World War II, and all sorts of others at Tiger Day. It's a weekend-long thing as well.
Oh, you guys should check it out.
Yeah. Mawson is going to be doing Chronicles the next time we do it. So that's one to look forward to. It'll probably be Age of Sigmar next, but we'll definitely do a 40k one in the future. Anyway, thank you everybody who has joined. Thank you everybody who has gone onto the Facebook page and engaged with people there. We'll see you on Friday. Thank you, Mike, Rachel and Phil, because he's in the chat, for joining us. And we'll go and paint or play World of Tanks, I think, now, Mike.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, goodbye, everybody. Have a fantastic few days.
See ya.